And welcome back. As you know, the 2008 Senate race continues to dominate the headlines. And joining me now, one of the men responsible for that, Senator Norm Coleman. Now, you're in kind of this limbo. Senator is a title you'll have even if you were just retiring, and for the rest of your life, people would call you senator.
But I'm not being paid by the United States
But you are
Senator
currently
today,
not
right?
being, but you still are entitled to the title senator. But it has to be strange being in this limbo. You see all the action going on in Washington, and you're not part of it.
I feel like I'm in a Kafka novel or something like that, the race that never ends. I have stayed in contact with my colleagues. I have been in touch with folks talking about the stimulus, and we've had to close up my office, but assuming this thing gets done, at some point you're going to have to move very quickly to provide citizen service. So I am spending some time trying to ensure that when this is over that we can get moving as quickly as possible, whoever the winner is. I believe that I'll win when all votes are counted. But I do think it's important to be able to get moving very quickly, and I'm certainly doing everything in my power to be able to do that when this recount is concluded.
Now, in the second week of this recount trial, you did have some success in court. The judges say they will review up to 4,800 ballots that you would like to be reviewed and possibly included. A few missing ballots have turned up here and there, some of which favor you. But still, despite that, isn't it still a daunting task to try to overturn a 225 vote margin?
Not really. Every single election official who's come before the panel has said that there are valid votes that haven't been counted. We opened up, the canvassing board opened up 953 ballots from predominantly Democrat areas. We went back and looked at the nature of those ballots and said you've got over 4,000 similar kinds of ballots in the rest of the state, so open them. And count, figure out, make sure that nobody's ballot is counted twice, the double counting of some ballots, and then you'll have a winner. And so there's no question, I don't think there's anyone who disagrees that it's not going to be 225 votes that's going to separate whoever wins this race. That's an artificial number. It's down somewhat from 223 even as we speak, because they found some Coleman votes that weren't counted. But the bottom line is you have thousands of absentee ballots that have not been counted, and so who the winner is, we don't know at this point in time. But it's important for Minnesotans that we figure out who won by making sure that every validly cast vote is counted and that no vote is counted more than once.
Now, those 4,800 that your campaign is kind of focused on, it appears that those largely come from Coleman-friendly territory, and now Franken is looking for some ballots from Franken-friendly territory. So if you both do that, is it going to be somewhat of a wash? And getting back to the
well, no,
225
firstly,
vote
it
margin.
shouldn't be cherry-picking. It really should be by category. And you look at the 953 that are open. The reality, Tom, is that that first group of ballots came principally from Ramsey, Hennepin, St. Louis counties. They've been counted. Those are heavily Democrat areas. The ones that haven't been counted come from areas other than that. And as a result, they are predominantly Republican. There's no question about that. Bottom line, let's count every validly cast vote, figure out who the winner is. If it's me, I go back to work. If it's Al Franken, he becomes a senator. I think Minnesotans deserve to get it right. I think we need to get it right, and we're apparently on the course to make that happen.
Now, again, by the time we taped this show late Friday afternoon, we did not have the Supreme Court decision yet in Al Franken's attempt to get seated immediately, provisionally, until the recount trial is over. I know you're opposed to that motion.
It's not just me being opposed. The law is very, in fact, if I was you, I would have gone out on the limb, and we could presume that's not going to happen.
All right, good. You've predicted it. We'll find out if you're right.
Yeah, I mean, the law is very, very clear. Minnesota law says you cannot certify a winner until the contested case is concluded. Harry Reid, Chuck Schumer, Senate Democrat leadership are not going to seat the next senator from Minnesota. And so when we make sure that every validly cast vote is counted, no votes double counted, we'll have a winner, they'll be certified, and that's the person who should serve as Minnesota's United States Senator.